before we get into what you need to actually start doing to start becoming a basketball player, let me emphasize the importance of enjoyment, because it's enjoyment that's going to keep you coming back out to the court. And the more time you spend out here, the more time you spend doing basketball related stuff, like in your free time when you don't have to be doing stuff, the more time you spend doing that, the better you're going to get, the quicker. In order to make putting in that much time seem easier to you, you got to find ways to make it enjoyable. That may very well be the most difficult part of basketball or learning anything new, which is you're gonna have to figure out for yourself how to make that process enjoyable for you, which means you're gonna have to do a whole lot of experimenting, a whole lot of failing, a whole lot of figuring out what works and what doesn't, taking the stuff that works, the stuff that's enjoyable, and then keep refining it until it gets you where you're trying to go. That's part of the reason I'm not into workout and drills, because workout and drills are not fun, they're not enjoyable, they feel like work. They are necessary, you have to do them if you're going to get better out here, but when you do them, at least try to figure out ways to make them enjoyable for you so that you want to do them, so you repeatedly do them, so you're putting in that time, getting better faster. So that's where you need to start. You need to start with, why are you playing? What kind of player are you going to be, casual or serious? And then regardless of that, you have to figure out a way to make the game enjoyable for you, even if you are a serious player, even if it is like a lifestyle thing for you where you can't get enough. You're still gonna have to figure out a way to make it enjoyable for yourself. So now that we've gone over that, let's get into the actual on the court kind of stuff. Now on to the actual meat and potatoes of basketball, which is the actual on the court activities. And now this is where you'll start to see why I started off with enjoyment, because there is a hierarchy here. There is an actual real process that I do think that you should go through when it comes to learning the game of basketball. And it comes in a very specific order. Now, on this channel, oftentimes I say, when you're trying to learn something new, when you're trying to do something, related to basketball, or even it doesn't have to be related to basketball, but I say, like, people are so different. Like, there's such a difference between me and you and all the other players out here that, it's really hard to say something is universally true for everybody. We have such vast differences between us where you may have more talent than me, or you may have, your brain may be wired better for this part of the game than my brain. You may be physically gifted better in such an area than I am. So we have all these differences that, that occur out here at the court. It's so hard to say that when you're trying to do whatever, that it's just universally true for everybody. However, when it comes to the learning process of basketball, I do think there is a very specific order that applies for everybody when it comes to getting started with basketball.